Good to go? Yeah, we are good to go. All right. Excuse me. Yes, I've been having a. The coughing's not been so bad today, but I've noticed it does get aggravated more when I start talking and stuff like that. I still think it's the cat here, so I've had to do some serious amount of hoovering today just to sort of basically reduce anything that's causing this. Like, I've spoken to the what they call the NHS direct people, who are like they're like the sort of ones we speak to that you don't want to go to the doctors because it's like just some minor aggravants, which is what this is. It's not like an issue for me. And yeah, they said I'm pretty much doing all the right things. I just gotta, what's the word? Just keep an eye on it. If it gets worse, then maybe go to the docs. But if it's not really getting any worse, in fact, if anything, it feels like it's getting better. It's just, what was it they said? Oh yeah, possible I may have a very mild chest infection, minor, but I'm not getting any fever. I'm not getting anything else. I've just got a slight cough. So yeah, yeah, it's an annoyance for anything else. Okay, but now that that nonsense is out of the way, a few other things we need to talk about before we start on with tonight's bring your own copy. Now, the first thing is probably the most important is that this will not be showing any of the content from Rings of Power or anything like that. This is just going to be a pure watch along reaction. Hence, bring your own copy, BYOC. Mainly because I do not want to be hit with a copyright strike, and because that would pretty much kill my channel if I got enough. If I got like 2 or 3 of them, yeah, not exactly something I want to have happen, as you can imagine. So, yeah, this is basically a yeah, you supply your own copy. We watch and chat along at the same time, and you notice there is a timer below the sync timer. That is so they are we are on the same point of the show. Maybe it might be a couple of seconds difference, stuff like that. But essentially, we will be synced up to the same time frame. If we're watching a show, it will be reset. Need 2 minutes of time. Okay, that was. Keep going. Yeah, this is the preamble bit anyway. So yeah, I'll start again. Sync timer below is obviously for if people join the episode late, or if you're watching this on the VOD. Hello to all the VOD goblins out there. And yeah, if it's an episode like today, it'll be 2 episodes of Rings of Power. It will be reset between each episode. So if you do like a big jump forward, wait, why is it a lower point? It's a pretty clear indicator we've moved on to the next episode, or I've pressed the wrong button, which is not, it's possible. It's very, very possible. Right. So all the mumbo jumbo out the way. Okay, first things first. Rings of Power. This is one of those shows that is a bit, not so much controversial, but I have noticed opinion is really, really split on this. There are the purists, the ones who are very almost antagonistic to the point of how they don't like the show. Yeah. I don't know any truck with those sort of people anymore. I probably did it in my past. I wouldn't admit it, but I'm trying to distance. I'm trying to distance myself from fandoms, especially for big IPs. Like Star Wars. Like whenever there's like a new series of Star Trek that comes out, there's always like people absolutely ripping into Lower Decks. Oh, this is not real Star Trek. No, those types of people. And I think it was Star Trek Discovery when I just first saw went, this is ridiculous, mentally speaking. Where now, a little bit of a caveat, I do not have a problem with people not liking the same things I do. That's not an issue. Like Discovery, I watched Discovery, Star Trek Discovery. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was my favourite of the Star Trek shows, but I didn't hate it. My favourite has been, and probably always will be, Deep Space Nine. Very closely followed by Lower Decks these days. But yeah, no, if people turn around and said Discovery was their favourite Star Trek show, I'd be like, fantastic, awesome, you like Star Trek. And it was the sort of sheer hatred and bigotry, specifically towards two of the cast members in Discovery, that was the point when I realised I don't want anything to do with official fandoms anymore. Like, I just want to keep them far, far away, because it's just like, yeah, I'll say I watch Discovery. Does it have some writing issues? Of course it does. Every Star Trek show does, but not to a point that made me want to stop watching it. And I didn't watch it and think, oh, that was a bit boring. It's like, oh, okay, I maybe would have done something a bit different. Here comes Doug Jones and his character. Nice, stuff like that. And that's it. Yeah, some of the logic I would have, the plot lines I probably wouldn't have done that way, but I didn't end up hating it. And was that about 3 or 4 years ago? I think it was. I'm trying to remember when Discovery, that season, it's when they jumped into the future that I started bringing in this personal rule for myself. Don't worry, this is going to tangentially connect back to Rings of Power. You'll understand why in a minute. Because yeah, it was also then when Rings of Power season 1 came out, and a lot of people really started aggressively hating on it. Awesome. Now, I actually liked Rings of Power season 1. Don't get me wrong, I still think that the Peter Jackson films are far superior, but it's not a bad show. It's not a show that I would say, if I had to rate it out of 10, I would say probably 7 out of 10. There were some good bits in it. There was some definitely iffy parts of it. I'm not going to deny that. But there was also some really, really good parts in it. And I know a lot of people can be like, oh, 7 out of 10 means you hate it. It's like, no, it means I think it was okay. That's basically what it means. And I've got a feeling this is going to be about the same sort of thing. I've only seen a couple of clips because I didn't want to spoil things for me. It was just more a case of accidentally, scrolling through videos like on TikTok or whatever. And if this one clip came up, I'm like, I recognise that. It's like, oh no, that's from Rings of Power season 2. I've not watched that yet, and I closed it. And admittedly, it was a very, very brief moment. But it was just like, very nice. So, am I expecting this to be as good as the the film trilogy? The Lord of the Rings stuff. No. Am I expecting to be mildly entertained? Yes. Classic example when we first started doing these things properly, and we started watching Pacific Rim Uprising. I surprised myself by how much I enjoyed that. I didn't hate it. It was okay. The first one was far, far superior. But I'm glad I watched this. I'm glad I watched the sequel because it gave me a chance to form my own legitimate opinion on it. That's something another thing that bugs me as well about some critics and things like that. And when they will absolutely rip into something, but then they haven't actually watched it. They've only seen like a clip or a demo reel or something like that. Same for games. Same for books. They don't thoroughly read it. They just skim through it, which can suck. It'd be like me, for example, trying to review a film or show about, say, football. I know the basics of football, but I don't really follow it, so I couldn't give a proper opinion of it, in my opinion. Something like this, I feel like I could. And this is kind of what the whole watch-alongs is all about. So, excuse me 1 second. Again, talking seems to be what aggravates this, and I noticed. Okay, so now these episodes are a little bit longer than Vox Machina, which was amazing. Like the first episode is 1 hour 16 minutes, and the next episode is 1 hour 3. So we're going to probably watch like 2 per session because, again, talking, reaction, plus end of the day for me, and I'm just going to be absolutely shattered. I know I am. So I'm not going to read out the little blurby bits because if you're watching this on Amazon Prime, you've probably got it in front of you right now. Yeah, I am not sponsored by Pepsi Max Cherry, but I do rather enjoy the caffeine hit it gives me. Um, so, yeah, 2 episodes tonight. First one is 1 hour 16 minutes, and the other one is 1 hour 3. But I've got a feeling that, like the other episodes, that also includes the length of time for the credits as well. So it's probably going to be actually view time a little bit shorter, but the entire broadcast time, so to speak, is going to be. Right. So the first one is called Elven Kings Under the Sky, which may be relevant. And then the second one is called Where the Stars Are Strange. Very nice. Right, okay. So the way we do this is I will do a sort of 5-second lead in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I will press the sync timer, and then we will all be hopefully within like a second or two, basically. Second or two synced up. One thing I do recommend, especially if you have the opportunity to do so, is to turn on the subtitles, because it can give you like little, can make things a little bit clearer and easier to read, especially with names like from the Middle Earth names, because they can have lots of accents and odd spellings that you're probably not used to. You don't have to, but it's a recommendation. Excuse me. Okay, so let's get ready to rock. Okay, you're going to start the countdown in a sec, so get yourselves ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, here we go. I do like how she's playing along Galadriel. The entrance of Valinor, yeah, that was a bit. Yeah, it's knowing what we know. And oh yeah, definitely a couple of scenes in this that made me go, oh. Hmm. No, that's right. He's not a man or an elf. Yep, he's a Maya. And that song she did was pretty good. Yep. Nice. The discovery of Mithril as well. I mean, they'll be fine as long as they don't delve too deep. Yeah. This scene was really freaking cool, in my opinion. The creation, as it were, of Mordor. That was a cool scene. I did enjoy that. Because remember, right, it didn't end on a certain entity that dwells in the deep. I keep thinking that's Matt Smith. It's the Three Rings. Okay. I'm hoping they're just going to show it just very, very briefly. Oh. Oh. I see. That was a nice little transition. Morgoth. Oh, I've just Morgoth. Yeah, he means that Morgoth. It's just clicked. Hmm, that Morgoth. That's the price I'm willing to pay. Yeah, yeah, because the in English. Mm, yeah, because the orcs are corrupted elves, basically. He's got some moves. Oof, that was brutal. Hmm. Yeah, definitely getting sort of echoes of certain other things. Hmm. You didn't need to say that. Explains a few things. There's definitely a bit of symbolism in that crown's design. Oh, okay. This isn't going to go well for them. This is going to go bad. Because Sauron's not human or elf. Yeah, all you're doing is destroying the physical form. As you said, no, you defeat evil, it just takes on a new form. That's just like, stab. I just find it funny, like the random books like, stab. Yeah. You're not going to regret that. He's just sleeping. Pure, right? Yeah. Called it. Yeah. Yeah, see, like I said, Sauron isn't human or elf. And all they did was break the mortal form. Yep. Yeah, like that ice castle we saw in season one. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is how he became to take control of the orcs, not knowing that technically Sauron had pulled a Time Lord and basically regenerated, or taken on a new form would be a more appropriate term. That's really oily and icky, which I suppose is kind of the point. It's not supposed to look nice and jolly. What's that? Oh, it's a ratty. Aw. No, 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 don't harm the ratty. Sam's going to come out of the water, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that was brutal. Ah, I see. So yeah, basically, yeah, he gains the sustenance, reforms his body. Oh, what was that thing in Star Trek? The black goop that killed Tashiel? Was it Armus? That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Yeah, the black oily goop stuff. Because every time it takes a life, gains more life force. So that was at the dawn of the second age. Just slide down. Whee! Landscapes are beautiful though. Can't deny that. Damn. Ah, I think I can see what's going to happen. Rather unfortunate for this individual. Ooh! I mean, he doesn't have any bones, but still. Ooh. There's more sustenance. Yeah. Horse is like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. A bit was it in the Mummy when Imhotep starts killing to regain his form. Hmm. Right, there's one of the sort of tropes or axioms of Middle Earth is that evil cannot create; it can only consume and corrupt. So yeah, you couldn't like create a whole new body, but you can consume and destroy others to live. Now, if I remember rightly, I think Morgoth, my lore memory serves me correctly, is Middle Earth's equivalent of Satan. Basically, Sauron's boss, for want of a better term. Ooh. Hmm. I see what I see what you said there. Hi. Hello. Yep. Hello, Fuzzball. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I'll wait till it's finished. Yeah. But that's another big thing in the Middle Earth lore is fate and destiny. Like the elves, for example, are bound to fate um, because they've also got the immortal lifespan, and the so-called gift of man is to become unbound from fate and to basically set your own destiny. The downside is you also become mortal. It's like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. You can either be immortal but bound by fate, or sorry, immortal and bound by fate, or mortal and basically set your own destiny. I'm not entirely sure which I would go for. Oh yeah, that's the Kraken thing that attacked them in the yeah, which led because when Galadriel was on the boat. Yep. You want if possible? No, no, he's done evil. Some good wisdom there. And the next, yeah, this dude's too kind and too wise. He's gonna, yeah, but that could be his fate. You know, to give. Yeah, so just think if that Kraken thing had eaten the wrong body, how history could have just changed. But he is Sauron, so yeah, yeah, he's asserting his will, his desire to dominate all life. Meanwhile, that sort of well, that big fish thing's just gone. Nah, I kept thinking it was a Kraken. I'm thinking of the Watcher in the water. Here we go. Yeah, back to season one. There's a random elf lady in the water. And that was the intro. Damn. Or the prologue, whatever you want to call it. Shame. I really did like the intro sequences they did for the season one. That was pretty cool. That landscape. Oh, is it the rings? The three elven rings? You think you just tuck him into like his tunic or something? Oh yeah, because she isn't at the point in her life when she's the basically the supreme elven leader sort of thing. yeah, Gil-galad, lad. It's like, I'm gonna kick your ass later, Elrond. uh, because he's basically he's not a man. I have the gift of foresight. Yeah, Elrond knows who that means. Like, exclaims in Sindarin, that was elvish swearing. Oh yeah, Khazad-dûm. Now, if I remember rightly, Elrond has one of the rings in the modern timeline. Galadriel has the other, and I think Gandalf has the third. Those guards just remind me of the custodies. Just much less oil. And to be fair, it is quite understandable. Oh, oh, that's it. Again, if I'm correct, the Elvish rings are more about preservation. Mordor, Mount Doom. Yeah, when that volcano went off, that was like a freaking nuke. Sauron will remember that. Ooh, that's gonna sting. Still, all things considered. Oh, now does he recognise who it is in his human form? I wonder if they're going to show the sinking of Numenor this season. They're starting to realise. Valid point. Oh, I think we found the one orc in the camp with a working brain cell. Obviously, it's his term of it today. Like, you know, when you get like a guard, just like, hang on. Yes, we know who you are. Mithrandir. Right. Oh, it's in your bowl, right? That's all right. Hey, you joining us to watch Rings of Power? Okay. Yeah. If you saw the stuffy stuff, it would make you. Yeah. Also, I mean, his relationship with these characters as well does kind of go a long way to explaining why, at least in this sort of version of it, why he has a fondness for hobbits. Hello. I wouldn't be at all surprised if she's like an ancestor of a certain Underhill. No food. That's torture for a hobbit. Like, go on, go on. I don't like her. I don't know why. I just like her. Let's just say this: if it does turn out that she is like the distant ancestor of one Baggins, I'd be okay with that. Because it is about 1,000 years. Was it 2,000 years, 3,000 years between this and the events that happen in the Third Age. Because this is like the middle of the Second Age, I think. And what you need here is Radagast. If I remember right, there's five wizards. Obviously there's Mithrandir, um, Saruman, Radagast, and the two twins, the Blues. I don't think they're named. I accept the fact. Also, I like the fact as well that she's not being. Yeah, she's used to eating, shall we say, trail food. Ah, I bet you do. That's harsh. Yeah, that is both literal and metaphorical. If it's the Undying Lands, Valinor, or their version of it. That's the thing. In Valinor slash Heaven is a both metaphorical and real thing. Hmm. I wonder if we actually properly get to see him forging the Run Ring. We can hope so. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, again, you don't want to do this, pal. Yeah, this is definitely going to be. Now, I'm not being sympathetic towards him, but there's something about seeing bullies get their comeuppance that I quite enjoy. And if it happens to be at the hands of another bully, I can accept that. Although it, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. It's similar to the whole enemy of my enemy trope. Like, and obviously, we know who this is, so this sympathy for him is very small, but still, yeah. Obviously, he's trying his powers out, shall we say, or building up his strength. Yeah, if memory serves me correctly, yeah, this is like in the middle of the Second Age, because Numenor's not been sunk. Obviously, he doesn't have the One Ring yet. Now, the Last Alliance battle hasn't happened, which is what triggers off the beginning of the Third Age. And Khazad-dûm, aka Moria, is still funky dory. Bye bye, cat. I can't remember exactly when it happens, but I'm pretty sure it's in the, I say, middle of middle of the Second Age. Because the First Age was when everything was like built and made. Yep, beautiful landscapes. And whilst I say I've definitely had some thoughts about this show, I have enjoyed it. Yeah. That's the thing. Elves are generally very perceptive and insightful. Some of them are still dicks, but they're very precise. That's the expression of an elf who's like, oh, great, yeah, no pressure, thanks. Thanks, High King. Cheers for that. No pressure. Sauron, you say? Lovely. He is pissed. Yeah, that's a don't push me on this one, Galadriel. You're on thin ice as it is. There we go. Yeah, this is literally your final chance, Galadriel. Ah, the Elvish Custodians again. Yeah, I apologise. I'm going to be thinking of them as the Elvish Custodians now permanently. I make no apologies. Yes. Yes. I think Galadriel's not. I'm not saying she's not stupid, but she is definitely impulsive. At least young Galadriel is. Hmm. And that's what Elrond's scared of. Yeah, that was it. The 9 for the Kingdoms of Men, 7 for the Dwarves, 3 for the Elves, and of course the One Ring. Oh yeah, we haven't seen any of the 9 yet. Well, because he hasn't. Have they been made? That's the thing. I really hope we get to see the. I think right. I think Manwë is like one of the more powerful deity-like beings, but they're not strictly deities in the way we might always think of them. But they're on that kind of level. Because Iluvatar is like the high god, and then there's loads others underneath it. Oh my lord, my mother-in-law's coming back. Ooh, that that hurt her. I have to say, I really like the actress who played young Gadriel. She's doing a cracking job. Yeah, so this deep trench he's talking about is basically like Middle Earth's equivalent of the Marianas, like the deepest point of all deepest points. Ooh. Yeah, well, of course it's her. mm. Hey, she brings snacks. She's welcome to come along. Okay. That's the thing. Some of those walking songs are for a purpose. They're not just for, yeah, it's well, like a way of passing on knowledge before, or especially like in cultures that don't really have like the written word or something like that. So they pretty much have been going around in a loop. Like, I thought that rock looked familiar. Yeah, he recognises that constellation. Hi. Oh, there's fireworks going on outside. Right. I know. Don't worry. You can sit on my lap if you want to. You've been behaving yourself. Hmm. So I'm wondering who they are. I imagine all will be revealed. Hmm. Maybe some divine interventions. I know. First stage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, does he mean set free or set free? Yep. It, yeah. Yeah, that orc in the background suspects something. Hmm. Yeah, but he's definitely like, someone will also remember this. He's not lying. He's definitely not lying. He's just not telling the whole truth. Almost as if he's trying to deceive them. Yeah, definitely the awkward. Yeah. Oh, oh! I think I know what's going to happen. Yes, he heard that. Look at his happy little face. Yeah, I mean they both want what's best for their people, but they're going about it in different ways. Dude's got a good singing voice. Assuming that's him doing it, or whoever did it. Cracking job. Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay, bye bye, cat. Oh, everyone looks so like he's been kicked in the nuts. Hmm, there's some symbolism right there. Yeah, it's not the first time she's been tempted by a ring. Sorry, this is the first time she's been tempted by a ring, but it won't be the last time. Yep, it's all three of them. Like, yeah, about that plans about us leaving Middle Earth. We're gonna put that on hold for a moment. Damn. It was like, well, I was wrong. So yeah, yeah. The Elven Rings, I say, they're about preservation, protection. Oh, I've just remembered something, and I hope this is the path they're going to go down. But I might be wrong. Oh, yep. I think this is the path they're going down. Does this mean we're going to. Yeah, because no. The only people who know. I know, obviously, Galadriel knows who he is. Gil-galad and Elrod knows, but I can't remember if he does. But does this mean we're going to see the forging of the Nine and the Seven? Okay. Yes. Oh. Oh. Teaser for the next episode. This is that's that's from season one. Yes, that they are showing that. Yes. I'm gonna wait until this teaser trailer ends. Because I think I know who one of those characters is. Obviously, Saruman. I think the dude with the hat. I think that's Tom Bombadil. Because it looks very close to some of the original drawings that were made of him. Okay. Oh, Bear McCreary. That explains a lot. Right. We are going to have a couple of minutes break. I'm going to stop that now. Yeah, we're going to have a couple of minutes break, and then we're going to go on to episode 2. So yeah, we'll be back in, I'll say, only a couple of minutes. Just enough time to get yourself some drinks or whatever. Go to the bathroom if you need it. Stretch your legs. You don't want to be sitting down all day. Yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Oh, I used the wrong screen there. Okay, there we go. That feels better. Right. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the dude we saw with the sort of bluish tunic and the pointy hat, it's. I would put money on that being Tom Bombadil. Or possibly Radagast. I doubt it's one of the twins, twin wizards, the blues, because I'm pretty sure their names are not mentioned anywhere. They're just known as the Blue Twins or something like that. Let me just check something first of all. I'm checking how long the second age goes on for. Okay. Okay, so there, the second age was the time period of Arda, which is basically the world of Middle Earth and stuff like that. Began after this climatic banishment of Morgoth into the void by the Lords of the West, the Valar, and ended with the defeat of Sauron and his army by the last alliance of elves and men a century after the downfall of Numenor. And yeah, because the last alliance of elves and men is what basically we saw in the films, and that was the end of the second age. I'm trying to see. Oh, here we go. Second age lasted for 3,441 years. So yeah, because the first age, yeah, because there was a time before the first age. Yeah, it's the creation of the races of the children of Ilúvatar, and blah 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 blah. I'll get to everything else because there's a lot of lore associated with this, a lot of lore, as you can imagine. But it is, how can I put it? It is, what's the word I'm trying to think of? But my brain's going a bit wobbly there. Yeah, to say there's a lot of lore is an understatement. It's and obviously, being the show, it's not. It may not follow the official lore, depending upon who you speak to and stuff like that. And obviously, that's another reason why I try to stay away from some of the fandoms now. Is just because of that whole, you do things very slightly outside of the accepted norms as they would think of it, and it becomes, like you've committed like a high sin and things like that. And as somebody who is, both has ADHD and is on the autism spectrum, those sort of things really rile me up. And I realise now that as I've come more in terms with that, shall we say, my non-standard brain, shall we say, design. It is. Also, I'm getting older as well. I can see 50 from where I'm sitting. Let's just put it like that. And that part of me is just like, I just don't give a damn about that anymore. I do not have the energy or the time to spend hating on something. Like, you want to enjoy something that I really don't? It's like, well, you enjoying something that I really don't, as long as it's not really sort of bigoted or hatred-based stuff, I don't care. It has no negative effect on me. Like, it's yeah. Let's like say, for example, sports. I don't really understand sports. Do I what's the phrase I'm looking for? Do I hate it? No. I may think that some footballers do get a little bit overpaid, but not to a point that I'm like, I want them to be fired or lose their jobs or anything. It's just like, maybe just don't give them such ridiculously high amounts for what they do. But that's just me. But I wouldn't want them to lose their jobs or just to be like, why? We're getting rid of the whole thing about football. Like, why? Because he says so. No, I don't think I want that. Because a lot of people enjoy it. Somebody else enjoying something does not negate me. It's when you cross over that line from disliking something into basically hatred. Yeah, that's why I draw the line. But anyway, I'm not going to think too much about that because I do not want to push up my blood pressure. I'm enjoying this. Still prefer the original films, not going to lie, but this ain't bad. So far, it's still probably about the same level as how I rated the first season. I would say 7 out of 10 so far. Nori, I absolutely love it. She's an adorable character. I'm growing to like Elrond a little bit more than I first thought. I mean, in the first season, I thought he was just a little bit of a twit. I'm brutally honest, but by Elven standards, I believe he is quite youngish. So there's that. Really digging how they're playing Galadriel, compared to how she is older, and she's like, yeah, and genuinely, excuse me, wow. This is what happens when I talk too much. Excuse me. Uh, Scorsese's, yeah. I mean, I'd agree with that. It's, yeah. I mean, if anyone doesn't, for me, a 5 isn't perfectly average. Film like, I like it and I dislike stuff about it in equal measures. Is this as good as, in my opinion, as the films? No. Am I still enjoying it? Very much so. Again, there's definitely things I would change about it. I won't deny that. But yeah. Also, as well, there is that kind of thing which then does something again. I've noticed as I've got older. The something I noticed about the elves when they were, in that scene before the tree basically lit up, kind of thing when they got the three rings active was. Now there was quite a lot of elves of the darker skin variety. You would notice. Don't have a problem with that. But you just know that those types of people would do. Be like, oh, there would be no black elves in Middle Earth. And like, dude, seriously, they're actors. They're playing a role, and unless it was specifically said in their history or lore that so and so was like of dark skin or of white skin or whatever, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like I can't think of who the actress's name is, and I know she turns up in this season as well. But she's one who plays the dwarven lady, the wife of Durin, I think. And there was some rumbles about her being basically a black lady. Like playing the wife of Durin. How dare they? And like, dude, she's great. It doesn't matter what color her skin is. She's doing a cracking job at the role. If she's got black skin, fantastic. If she had white skin, fantastic. If she was of Asian descent, I don't care. Best person for the job, and she is the best person for the job. But no, blood pressure, Chris. Focus. Right. This is why I try not to go on these too many of these kind of rants because I can feel my blood pressure going up. So, gonna get ready for part 2. Once I get this coughing fit out, bear me 1 second. Oh, blimey, governor. Now when you cough and you make your head goes a bit. Wow. When you cough really hard and for a brief moment you see stars. Yeah, it's definitely aggravated when I talk, I know that. So, another reason to keep myself hydrated. So yes, let's get back onto part 2. Same thing again, 5-second counting, and now this one is called, this episode is called Where the Stars Are Strange. Right, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, and this one's going to be a smidgen shorter than the first one. Her. I was just talking about her as well. Disa. That's when they discovered a mithril. Yeah, see, that's the thing. What Durin said that basically he's like a blood brother is like a big. Oh yeah, remember there was a hoo ha about how that guy was supposed to be Sauron or something. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Celebrimbor does know who it is. Hmm. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So has he? Oh, and here's the question: has he been informed? Yeah. How did I miss that? What was that with you, Fuzzball? What's the matter? Yeah, come on my lap. Come on. There you go. Uh, Khazad-dûm. And they called it a mine. I love we actually get to see Khazad-dûm properly. You know how and just how big it is. Because in the film, essentially what they go through is Moria's basement. Look at it. Like they literally carved a city out of a mountain. There's a look of a man who's in love with his wife. Notice as well, she's got a little bit of a beard. I dig it. Oh yeah, because she's sensitive to the stones. So it's like an earthquake or something. I'm wondering if this is being triggered off by the demon of shadow and fire, waking up. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we do get the, the intro. Now, if I remember rightly, in the behind the scenes of it, with this intro and stuff is basic. People think, oh, it's just CGI. I think it's enhanced by CGI, but essentially what it is they get like vibrations, like from music and stuff like that, to form like the bass patterns, and then they add the fancy twiddly bits, like change the coloration and stuff like that, which is very very appropriate if if you're aware of the, should we say, the history and the lore of Middle Earth, because one of the things is the way the world, the universe was created was like through a form of divine celestial music, so to speak. Like literally, it was sung into creation by the deities, by Iru and things like that. That's also why one the Elvish language has that kind of sort of very sort of melodic sound to it and things like that. I believe it was based on Welsh. Hmm. I think, does he know? Wow. Notice how it all got dark. It's like it's reacting to her moods and emotions. Or is this a dream? Or, like a vision? Notice there was something missing from that. Yeah, it was a sort of vision slash prophecy. Hmm. So you were paying attention. Good point. Mm. Well, chunky walls. uh, I mean, we know. We know. But that's the thing, is like, oops, traffic. Some elves are Yeah, it's when he turns around and goes, "Oh, crank, fuck, so have I." Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen some shit. Too risky. Oh, yeah, it's too risky for her. Yeah, religion, realm of the elven smiths. Yeah, is the important thing? Does Celebrimbor at this point know and is working willingly to get basically access to the enemy's knowledge? See? Yes. And see, that's the thing. The matter, in D&D terms, he has a very high charisma, and people think that charisma is just like how attractive they are. It's not. It's strength of will, confidence in yourself, the ability to persuade others, and yes, physical attractiveness is a part of it. Oh, sorry, cat. Yeah. It's like again, my law's a little bit rusty, but if I remember correctly, the way it was done is that no matter what form he took, he was considered to be maybe not handsome, but definitely a attractive person. That doesn't necessarily mean, whoa, attractive, but more people would be drawn to him, listen to him and things like that. That sort of attractive. Like we've all met someone in our lives who, at some point, now you look at them and you think, what is it about you that people are drawn to? And that's what he's got. That's his thing. Yeah, I can definitely hear Bear McCready in the music. I dig that mask. Kalasgara, Western Rune. Oh, I wonder if this is who I think it is. It's Rasputin. Hmm. No, no, this is not who I thought it was. I thought to begin with this was Saruman. Definitely getting Rasputin vibes. It's the beard. Okay, so blood was involved. Interesting. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This isn't Saruman. Although he might be. No, no, I don't think it is. I mean, he says he's a wizard, but nah, that's not Saruman. He approves. Yeah, these Tara are basically archangels. Excuse me. Yeah, we know what that is. Yep. And as with many other things, names have power. So Poppy's basically the navigator. And yep, I have determined in my next life I'm coming back as a hobbit. Yes, found the cactus. Ooh. On the south side, fireworks again. I think about it. These two are basically like Sam and Frodo. Like it's just like bloody hell, that's a good trick. Yes, hobbits generally can only be seen when they want to be seen. Not a invisibility. They're just damn good at hide and seek. Yeah, in the Lord of the Rings online game, if you play as a hobbit, you get a skill, a racial skill, which basically allows you to go into like an ultra form of stealth. Like it's not invisibility, but it comes. Yeah. Yeah, some good rules for folks who don't stay in one place. Don't go off trail. Don't go alone. You don't split the party, basically. I really love how they've like fleshed out the dwarven cultures and stuff like this. No Doom. Hmm. So yeah, they basically like use sound as like the resonance, and they pick up on it. Oh, poo. That dude's seen some shit on the right. Oh no. Oh dear. Diggy diggy hole. I think we know where this is going to end up. The stubbornness of dwarves. Well, yes, there's the whole thing about, yeah, someone has to break the deadlock. So I've got Diggy Diggy Hole song stuck in my head. I am a dwarf. No, no, no. Yeah, you gotta be so careful what he does at the moment. Wow. Hello again. Hi. Hmm. That's a big deal. And the question is it because of Sauron or because of? Hmm, everyone else takes the hint. Yeah, we'll leave you two alone. Oh, that was such a big "I told you so." Like, like, who are you and what have you done with Galadriel? The only winning move is not to play. Yeah, because not only is it sort of like a, which she's basically emotionally compromised when it comes to him. And so the stubbornness of dwarves is bad. Almost as if that's kind of the point they're trying to say, that everyone's just as good or bad as each other, just in different ways. Got a good metaphor. Hmm. He probably knew him if he's old enough. Also, I think the beard suited him. Shouldn't have got rid of it. Hmm. See where he's get. Oh yes, some people could definitely learn that lesson. I think that's what everyone's scared of. Oh, he's always going to have that doubt, but that's kind of the point, I think. That's why I said having three of them is good because then, you know, it's the whole proverbial you need two people to agree to make a decision with regards to the rings. If all three are in agreement, it's a pretty safe bet. Two out of three, okay. If only one, yeah, not going to happen. Not a perfect system, but it works. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, hopefully the well hasn't gone dry. That'd be a pickle if it has. It's a trap. Yeah, people that they hear that noise going off. They know someone's using their well. Oh, but that tastes good. You haven't drunk for ages. Of course, they would have heard the dinging. Interesting place for a well. Hmm. Now, what's he going to do? All right. Oh, oh, they would have been shredded. God, yeah, it's absolute. Imagine what that would have done to those people on the horses. Oh shit! That's a that's that's a bit of a pickle. Is this what? Yes, this is what they used to make the. Yep, the Daughter Moria, only visible in moonlight. Does he know though? That's the question. Does he know? Tells him. Yeah, the message got intercepted, or at least didn't reach the destination. Yeah. Or, or maybe it's the whole thing is like maybe he thinks he can use this information for good type thing, good intentions and all that. No, he doesn't know. Oh, oh, maybe he does know. Because he did say earlier now that once he's sort of knows your soul, he can manipulate those he's manipulated before. Hmm. And that kind of is the important question, isn't it? Does he know? The mithril. Yes, no, it's allergies. Damn. Bottle from the first age. Damn. That's some good shit. Yeah, if he doesn't know, if he does know, he's doing a damn good job at hiding it. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking, as you said, the Sauron's intercepted the message one way or another. Oh, this is where he reveals his elven form. Ominous. And the beauty of this is he's not lying. That's what makes this so good and so believable, is that he's not lying. He's just not telling the whole truth. He's taking the truth and twisting it. Again, he's not lying, which is what makes this so good and so believable. Because he would probably have to pick up on the fact that he's lying, and he's not. He's just not telling him everything. I mean, one of his nicknames is the Deceiver. I mean, we know he's a evil SOB, but Kelly Brimble doesn't. You wanted a sign from the Valar? You're about to get one. He's appealing to his vanity, his ego. You know, he's taking what he wants to be as a noble cause and twisting it. And there's the temptation. Here he is. He said the thing. Yeah, because yeah, because yeah, because from his point of view, an archangel has just turned up and gone, "Be not afraid." Yeah, bearer of gifts, and not all gifts. Yeah. So he just basically just turned up, pretended to be essentially a godlike being, and gone, dude, I need your help to help me save Middle Earth. You in? Of course, Celebrimbor was going to be like, fuck yeah. Hmm. Oh, the daggers. Yeah, that's like the proverbial finding out your best friend and you have gone for the same job and they got the promotion over you when they originally said they didn't want it. Seven rings. Yeah. So I think there's a pretty good chance. I mean, we know we see the 7 ones forged, and um probably the 9. I would not be at all surprised if, the season ends on the, the fortune of the one. I'm also trying to work out when we see the fall of Numenor, because that's going to be fucking epic when that happens. You saw the beginning, shall we say, parts of it when what's her name? I forget the character in season 1 had the vision of the fall of Numenor, so it's going to happen. It's going to be freaking awesome when it does happen. It's going to be freaking terrifying. Then of course there's Durin's Bane. The question is, which Durin are they referring to? King Durin or our boy Durin? Yeah. I mean, again, I kind of know. I'm just speculating about how are they gonna do it. It's the little details. That's the thing with sequels. Sorry, prequels, I should say, not sequels. Is how it's going to end up. But if it's done all right, you don't know how you're going to get from point A to point B. Or maybe you don't know all the details, like why did so-and-so do this? Or what happened when X happened? That kind of thing. I think after the first 2 episodes, now I've given it a fair shot. I think I'm going to finish off watching these. And as I say, there's only 8 episodes in total, which is quite surprising, really. I thought it was more. But just to give an idea of what the episodes are, I'm not going to read out all the little blurby bits. I'm just going to read out the names for them. You've got the Eagle and the Spectre. Sorry, the Scepter. Then you've got Eldest, Halls of Stone, Where Is He, Doomed to Die, Shadow and Flame. Oh, Shadow and Flame. I think I know what that's going to be a reference to. Okay, and I've just seen the thing on here, like the rating of what people have given it, and it does tend to be around sort of 3.5 out of 5 stars or 7 out of 10. Do you know what? I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with it. It's enjoyable, and I do not subscribe to that theory that if anything less than like a 5 is you're useless. I freaking hate it when companies do that. No, for me, if you're doing a mark out of 10, 5, maybe 6, depending on how you look at it, is the middle point. I can kind of accept 6 being the middle point. I don't agree with it, but I can kind of accept it. Yeah, for me, this is 7.5 in places. I think it all depends on how they handle certain events happens. I think for now, because I feel like I've got another coughing fit coming on, I am going to stop the counter. There we go. And I think there you go. Is it reconnecting? Reconnecting to chat. Twitch is doing that usual nonsense stuff. I think probably because OBS wasn't active. Oh, it was just more passive stuff. I have to see if I can keep that active for some reason. But either way, that's me going to be done for tonight. I will be back on Tuesday with some more Cyberpunk. I am looking into what other stuff eventually once I do finish Cyberpunk. Yeah, that's it. This actually hasn't been too bad. I think it's that usual, as I mentioned at the beginning, the people who didn't like it for whatever reason have been some of the more vocal haters, and yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But like I say, there's just certain things I definitely wouldn't have done the same way. But again, creative differences, things like that. Like personally, I would have made Celebrimbor maybe a little bit younger, maybe sort of like that sort of Elrond's age, to have that sort of naivety about him. So he give you, supposedly more. What's the word? Not corruptible, but susceptible to Sauron's influences and things like that. But that's just like minor differences. Like, I have no problems with the guy who's playing Celebrimbor. I think also they've done a cracking job, especially the ones who June and Disa have been absolutely fantastic. I love those as a couple. The expressions on their faces, like when he's walking, that bit when he's walking through the market, and she says about the, about the mushroom, and he just gives that look as if to say, he's not grumbling as such. He's like, there's a reason I married you, and things like that. So they make a good couple. I do like that. And again, I just really noticed that the Disa character she has, it's very subtle, but she has a beard. She actually does have a beard, which I very much approve of. Trying what else has sort of caught my attention so far. I'm also quite happy with the fate of that individual in that episode 1, the one who's been a complete dingleberry. Again, you didn't really want Sauron to, I mean, he's a fucking dick. He's like the big bad evil in this one. But sometimes there is just something very, very satisfying about seeing one evil character get absolutely destroyed by another evil character because they pissed off the wrong person. That's a trope I will never, ever, ever get bored of seeing in films or shows. But yeah, for now, exactly, Your Majesty. Yeah, that whole stuff's good. It's I'm definitely liking it. Definitely liking it. So yeah, we're going to be watching this until the end of it. So it's pretty much going to be what the watch party bring your own copy is for November, because only 8 episodes. Could have sworn there was more. They may do more from next season. I'd be very surprised if they don't. But for now, I'll just say good night and have a good weekend. Bye bye.